I'm sure it's not good. Let's see, let's jack it up. I'll move the camera over a little bit too. It's a nice machine. This thing weighs about 1,000 pounds the way you see it. All right, a little bit more. Oh, that doesn't look good. Right away I can see something. Ooh, ooh. Can you guys see that? Ooh. There's a lot of slop in here, fellas. Let's get this thing apart. Probably going to struggle to lift it. There it goes. That's good. Yeah, oh. That's not good. Let's move the camera a little bit. Let's see what's in here. It's like a seat clip. Let me get the other camera wound up. Let's see what camera we on. I don't need that. See how far I can drag this cord. Yeah, that should work. Oh yeah. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, don't forget, Conquer Live it too. Well, let me see what that is. Let's see. I gotta get this off. I gotta get a new snap ring plier. Mine sucks. I'm gonna put that on the list. Yeah, we should have both. Yeah, both of these mics are on. Yeah, I like the Magnum. It's been very good to me. But it definitely needs a tune-up. Like I said earlier, I want to pull the heads on it. Let's see, is this going to fit? Yeah, that'll fit. Let me put this on my tool. I can take a peek in there. I need some new pliers, new snap ring pliers. These are like good for, these are Armstrongs, but they're not strong enough. I think they kind of bend. So this way I'll know what I need to order. So I have belts. Belt sizes and everything, so I know what belts, the belts that I have for now will work. Once I put the other belt on. But I know what sizes I want. Let's get in there and take a peek. If I need bearings, as I most likely do. I wonder if the shaft is damaged. Alright, we'll go in deep. Get a rag. Let's see what we got. Give it a tug. What kind of bearing is this? I'm waiting for a washer or something to come off, but no. Well, that was easy, but it looks like a bushing. Ugh. Yeah, the shaft looks good. I'll get you in on that in a minute. But it definitely looks like I'm going to need to order some bearings. I don't think there's any hope. I'm surprised it's as nice as it is. So it's actually not that bad. Oh, yeah, knocking stuff over. Move this off the table. See if I get a number on it. Yeah, this is not, it's not a ball bearing. I don't think it is. It says Luico. Let's see. Worcester, Mass. Wow, that's actually not that far from here. I don't know what this is, but it's a bushing type bearing. It would have to be driven out. And it's sloppy. One's worse than the other. So it's not like I don't think it's like a car bearing. I don't see, is there a number here? There might be a number here. Yeah, oh wait, I think I can see a number. Hold on, let me clean out a little bit more. So I'll track these down. And in the meantime, let me see if I get the cap on. I bought caps for it. And what I'll do is I'll just make sure it's relatively clean. And it's not going to come apart or anything. It's not that bad. But I need to know what it is. Yeah, I think I see a number. Maybe. Let me get my glasses. So when you can't see something, right? It just says Worcester, Mass. L-U-T-C-O, Lutco. So Lutco, right? And I have a parts breakdown on this machine, and I'll have to see what it calls out. But these are like a sleeve. Now there may be bearings in here, in this part of the cage, but it looks more like a bushing. I don't see any rollers, but there's a lot of grease in there. There's not a lot of dirt in it, surprisingly enough. There really isn't. All right, so now I know. What I'm going to do is just wipe everything off, and you could see how much play there was in that. I'll just wipe here. I know what it looks like. This back end here is dirty. Put a little grease on this and just wipe some grease on it, put it back, and then we'll pump grease in it after I get the cap on. It's just going to be a messy, a messy deal. They look like they're pressed in. So that's not a problem. I think the best thing I can do is order some tires for it. We'll have to wait a little while. This shaft looks like it's okay. I'm not feeling it. I feel a very small step, but that could just be trash. See? There's a very small step on this side. There is a little bit of wear on the shaft itself. Yeah, I can feel it. I can actually feel it. So on this spindle, there's a little bit of wear. Then there's a little bit of wear up in here. And it looks like it's coming from, yeah, see, it's this bushing here. So whatever's going on in this bushing, so it's like, like a kingpin style. And then on this rod end, which you should be able to see all of that. So she's going to need some work. And is that loose? No. There's movement here. All right, so the movement, let's see if you can see that up here. Let me move the camera a little bit. So now I know what's going on with it. Let me move the camera a little. So I think the bolt hole for this bolt, okay, how much movement is there? And the other thing I don't like is the hose. These hoses need some, I think, some kind of additional like chafing strip or some protection on some level. I just don't like the way they are. They're leaning up against this bracket. So my guess would be is the bracket is warm. So if we take this apart, I could probably weld a bushing in or something in here and stop that plate. Look how much there is. So she's getting old, right? She needs work. This was not well maintained. Now, what's really cool about these is, let me bring you back in over here. I might actually want to change the camera view. Yeah, I might want to change the camera. We're going to come back to this view in a minute, but I wanted to show you guys, this is an articulating arm here, this whole spindle assembly. See, that is supposed to do that. So this is independent, right? The other side is down, I'm holding it. This is supposed to move. And it's not until it gets to a certain point where it lifts up on the other side. It's not an I-beam, like most tractors or lawn tractors or whatever. This was a feature that they came up with. This is all nice heavy duty stuff here. It's all cast. The feature they came up with to improve the ride and to level the cutting surface and keep it more level. And it does, it actually drives quite well. And I'm not seeing too much slop in this pocket where this whole steering knuckle sits. It's a little bit, but will we need to take that apart? Probably, yeah, at some point in the future. Looks like there's a pin here. I'll change the angle in a minute. All right, so this bushing, if it's replaceable, whatever goes in here, I would hope that there's a brass sleeve or something that's in this. These are still available, those ends, we could just get 2 of those. This spindle, I don't know. If I had a lathe, I would, or even a turret mill press, or if I had a lathe, what I would do is I would just simply make a bushing and slip a bushing over this. I'm wondering how much of that wear that I feel. Now it's mostly in the bearing. But it's not terrible. I think if we just saw it off with some new bearings to, just see if the new bearings are tighter. Because it could have worn the bearing surface in here as well. So if there's a little bit of wear here and there's a little bit of wear there, see where there wouldn't be wear is in the middle. And there's still play in that bearing. Because there would be no wear there, and there's still a lot of play in that bearing. So, all right, we need bearings. All right, let's slap this back on. Put a little grease on the back side of that. All right, now I know. Clean this grease fitting up. Trying to get prices. Now I'm going to find a washer. It's like a washer. Yeah, I'll see you guys later, whoever's leaving. I figured people would just come and go. I'm almost done myself. I just wanted to fool around a little bit. So I got this here. Go through my box of goodies. Yeah. Retainer hubcap. And then hubcap. See how this goes on. Well, at least I know the wheel's not going to fall off. And I shouldn't be, incurring any more damage as a result of it. As long as I have some decent grease in there. Let's see. Something like that. Let me show you. So that's that part. So Briggs is making this stuff, which is nice. Yeah. And then that snaps on. Now, does it go that way or this way? I think it goes that way. Yeah. All right, so let's put that retainer ring back on. C-clip. Now, I think there could even be a washer, but this is a washer, so it actually is reducing a little bit of the play. But you see, there's still quite a bit of movement. Well, maybe we could find another washer for that. I wonder if I have anything. Let's see, what do I have? I don't think any of these fit. No, none of that's going to fit. What size is that? All right, so for my own records, let me call out the size. Get the other part out. I'm just fooling around. Let me open up the other washer. If I have it. Do I have it? I should. Uh-oh. Maybe I didn't get it. Yeah, I wonder if it came in. I don't think it came in. I think it's been on back order. I thought I had it. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. So I only have one washer. Yeah, that's why I'm going through this stuff, because it's been sitting around. So I think I only have one of these. And that sucks. I thought there was another one here somewhere. It might still be on the machine. Yes, it is. So the other one is still on the machine. Now, these are washers. Let's see what they are. Just the camera a little bit. So 1,000th? No, what does that say? 1.00. And I have 4 of them. And new C-clips. Okay, good. Alright, so let's pop this C-clip off. In fact, the new C-clip looks a little thicker. Save all of that. So that means we're going to put one of these on. Alright, so you get a washer. And let's just see if it goes here, or do we want it here, do we want it in the back? Yeah, that feels nice. Oh yeah, that feels better. Let's get out one of the new clips. Yeah, this is heavier. That definitely is heavier. It's got a bigger hole in it too. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't even, yeah. See, that's why I need a new one of these. I can't even manage it. I'll break the tool. Alright, we'll put that one back on for now. Now, let's feel it. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's definitely better. It's not great, but it's definitely better. And then I guess the cap, I should order more of these caps. I don't know how it goes on. I know it's basically just a clip. Yeah. But I don't want to break it. It feels like it's on. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to do the other side in a minute, but that's nice. That's better. Let me grease it. Alright, now I know, fellas. And the last thing. Yeah, it's a little bit better. That's about as much as I can put on there. It might use one more washer, but maybe I'll pick up some more washers, and I guess it also depends upon how the new bearings seat in here. So now I'm going to use my new Smart Saker locking grease fitting thing. Alright, I'm just going to put some grease in it. That should be good, since we're going to be taking it apart again. And where is the other grease fitting? It's over here. It would be in your way. Oh yeah. There we go. It's coming out. All right. Yeah, it came out. All right, at least I know. I'm going to clean up. Not bad. Let me move you. Hold on. That's not too bad. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about that stuff. Little teaser. And something to do for an hour or whatever. So I'm going to finish up the rest of the stuff off camera in a little bit. But yeah, it's in pretty good shape for the... I mean, if it was taken care of better, it wouldn't have any of those issues. But I think we can fix all it. I'll start off with some new bearings. I'll track down... Now I got to track down... Well, the belts I know, so I already have... I have two decent belts. I'm going to put the other belt on a little bit after I'm done greasing and everything in the front and going through the caps. Get it all greased up. So the belts, there's one extra belt that I have. It's a little bit different, but it's a backup just for emergency. So I got the belts covered. I got the issue with the grease fittings not working, and so that's done. I got the caps. I got the hardware I need. I just need to get new bearings for the front tires, for the front spindles. I don't know what to do about the little bit of wear. I'll check the other spindle in a little bit. I'd like to get it some fresh tires, even just some decent, maybe something a little bit more aggressive, just the bigger size, something, shiny, whatever. Get the bearings, peel all that off, clean it all up, and if I can find something, let me turn this off here. Let me turn you off. If I can find something to bush the sleeve, the knuckle sleeve, right, like kingpin sleeve, then I'll order that. It might just be a sleeve that goes in there and you drive it out. That's what I would think. It's like a bronze or whatever sleeve that you slip in there. And there's ways you could make that. Like I said, if I had a lathe, I am actually looking into doing that. Who knows? Maybe in the future I'll be able to afford it. But even just like a small Smitty or whatever, it's perfect for making bushings and sleeves and things that to repair stuff like this. I really need something like that. But let me see if I can track down that, and then at least then I can deal with the slave cylinder on it, and that could just be a standard bushing I can make and weld in there and spot in and drill out and just make it tight again. It may even have a lot of wear on that main bolt, so that bolt might be no good too. So I'm going to want to track down a bolt of that size if I don't have it. Tighten all that up. And then it won't be so sloppy up front, and then that part will be maintenance, which is where I need to get to in the near future. Once I'm done today, I'll roll it around out front and drive it into the garage, and then if it's not today, it'll be tomorrow, and I'll bring you guys either... Oh, I don't think I'm going to do a live on that, but I'm going to do a video on hooking up that snow thrower. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And so it's got to be hooked up, and then I got to deal with the electrical part of it because the chute is electric. So you can aim the snow. And by the end of the weekend, I have to be done with that because I got to get back to doing other stuff. So that's why I'm going to get back to work now, and I'm going to say, thanks for stopping in, fellas. Let me see. Don't forget, anybody's watching now. All right, lower 48, entered to win. That's a must. Lower 48, go to my homepage, find the About tab, get my email address, send me your name, your handle on here on YouTube. To enter to win, pick your name out of the hat in February. And let me see if I could get an outro correct. Right? So I got the intro correct. Let's see if I could do this. Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm having fun with that tractor. And like I said, I haven't spent much on it. I just don't have any money, especially this time of year. But it's a lot of fun to work on. It's kind of like working on a car. Let's see. So, global intro. Let's see if I can. Intro. Live scene setup. I think I have, yeah, I have the outro on this. Let's see if it works.